Welcome, everybody. Today we have Camden County College versus the Cottey College Comets.
Yeah, no, a really good game. I hope we always hope it's going to be a good game here. So yeah, like you said, it's Cottey College, the Comets, another weather event of sorts tonight. Mm-hmm. So look for some of those jokes coming out here. Of course, we did have the Tornadoes, I believe. So that's fun. So a tale of two different teams, Aiden, with two different sorts of aspirations into the postseason. Cottey College coming in winless here today, 0-5. By the way, I want to point out that they are another two-year institution, which I wasn't aware of. Two-year institution, all women's school, so very, very cool. Hats off to them. Looking for some awesome competition tonight. But the Cougars at 3-2, very much looking toward the postseason. Obviously they almost certainly are in it. I'd have to take a look at the statistics, but they want to go in at 4-2 as opposed to 3-3. So it's definitely a big game here, so that they can get that slightly easier game in the first week of the playoffs, which would be next week for them. Yeah. So anything that you're anticipating in this particular matchup?
I definitely think this is going to be a very intense match. Cottey College looking for their first win, and then, Camden County kind of looking for that nice 4-2 to go into playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you want to have that winning record. It feels good, as opposed to 3-3. It feels like unfinished business, perhaps. And again, let's just take a moment to look back on the Cougars season thus far, which has had ups and downs. I think when they started off very, very strong.
They did.
However, there was a bit of a stumbling block there, and which included losing to the Regents. I forget what school they are from, but they are in the top of the league, I believe, and the Cougars took them to 5 games or 5 maps. So clearly, this is a team in Camden County that is capable of a whole lot, but at the same time, capable of a misstep. So we'll see what we kind of expect. We should be we being the Cougars should be the odds-on favorites here, Aiden. But this is why we play the games.
Of course.
So like we did last week, we have to do a bit of a prediction. Now I feel like it's becoming a tradition. We have to do it. So, Aiden, who you got? How many games? Of course, in a best of 5.
I think Cougars are going to take today, but it's going to be a very close match. I think they're going to go to the 5th map.
Wow.
Just because I think everybody's going to be on their A game today. They're going to want to get that win.
Well, Cottey College could very well be playing for their playoff lives here. Again, a number of teams do make it to the playoffs here in Varsity Plus, but not everybody. So if you're at the bottom, if you're at one of the bottom 2 or 3 schools, you don't make it. So they're definitely fighting for their potential to play into next week, wanting to keep their season alive. So I'll give you my prediction. I actually think it's going to be rather comfortable tonight. So you said Cougars in 5. Man, do I put the caster curse on them? I want to say Cougars in 3. I want to say that. Is that wrong?
It's not totally wrong. Last week I expected a kind of even match, and they ended up going 3-0, completely wiping the team. But it's not impossible for them to get another clean wipe today.
It's not. Oh man, do I give the Comets 1? Or do I stick with the 0? I'm going you know what? I have to have the courage of my convictions. I'm going Camden County, the Cougars, in 3 straight games, 3-0.
All right.
And we have you taking the Cougars, dropping a couple games here, taking not quite the counterpoint, but a bit of a central point there. All right, so we will. We are going to start we will be heading into the game pretty shortly here. Aiden, anything else that you want to call out in terms of the players that we may be seeing from either squad?
I definitely think that we're going to be seeing a lot of good plays from Ahuna again today. As you saw last week, he was absolutely dominating the team. Same with Genjang, just both of them absolutely dominating. And we cannot forget about the support as well, just keeping them both alive, making them play absolutely wonderful plays, just clutching up situations. And yeah, I think we're gonna see the same thing today.
No, I mean that's a good point. Bring up Hoon, who is a late or mid-season addition, I should say, to the Camden County squad, an impact player. And I do believe that I have heard that we may see some of the bench players. So I shouldn't call them bench players. Some of the subs come out depending on how the Cougars perform here. So we'll see. We'll know a lot pretty early. But Hoon and Genjang impact players. I mean, listen, up and down. Camden County's got some really. I honestly I think they're better than their record. I mean, 3-2 is not a bad record, but easily this team could be 5-0 going into this week. But
For sure.
nonetheless, unfinished business. We have one more game of the regular season in the NACE Star League Overwatch Varsity Plus division. So we will have that for you the next time that we see each other. Should only be a couple of minutes that you'll have to be without Aiden and I. So go ahead, get a drink, and come on back to see us. If you haven't followed the stream, it's a great time to do it now. So everybody, stay tuned, and we will be returning in just a couple of minutes.
Welcome everybody to the first match of today. Looking pretty similar to last week's setup. We've got Tuka on tank, we've got Genjink and Hoon on EPS. We've got Slat and Leon on got two tanks right now, same. Got two Orissas. Bastion does take out Genjink. Orissa, their whole team is just forcing Camden County off of the corner. They're bashing, getting in some really good picks.
Thank you.
Meha there, reviving Slat. Camden County looking for a pushback right now.
Healing you.
See Slat putting in that range of support. Could use the ult. Castle though. Might see ult out of Slat. They count to 4. Their tank goes down as well. Right now we're looking at one ult on the side of Camden County. He has two ults. Genjink getting that crazy high ground into the early damage. He's gonna try to kill this orc. Once again, see Slat getting that range support. They're not coming to help Genjink pick off their soldier and try to get a really good pick. I see two ults go out. He gets one. Can he get two? He gets two. Genjink and Jaehoon absolutely dominating right now. And once again, it just becomes a waiting game, waiting for the enemy team to come back to try to take site. Camden County had 60% taken, and Cottey College at 40%. Cottey College coming, full team coming in from the side, absolutely surprising Genjink. That ultimate just absolutely pushing Camden County off the site. Jaehoon and Tuka, two ults going out, absolutely just picking off their team. What a counter.
And that was a Bastion ult there, Aiden, that the Cougars were just able to absorb.
Yeah.
And it looks like they may not even get overtime by the looks of things, as round 1 goes the way of Camden County.
Yeah. They had it a little bit in the first. Cottey College had it a little bit, but then as soon as Camden County regrouped, they just took that site and did not let go. They used their ults perfectly just to hold site and not let them get any space whatsoever.
I need healing. Find your strength. We are soon to need it.
That's 1 point on the side of Camden County and none for Cottey College right now.
I understand.
I still have much to
Healing
learn.
requested.
So 1-0, the Cougars looking for this next round here to be a quick map number 1.
One. Round 3. Capture objective. Over here.
I'm not going to see any swap up from Camden County. I wonder if we're going to see any swap up from the side of Cottey College. Try to get some counters going. We are. We're going to see a Zarya instead. Zarya just absolutely shredding with Bastion. Zaryas are always scary. Once they get their beam charged up, it's just so deadly. Now, Deuce Force is trying to hold side, but it's not what they can. The whole team gets picked off.
So just like we saw in round 1, Cottey College actually with a very, very good start, getting that first capture point. But it was when those ultimates became available that Camden County, the Cougars, were striking back strong.
Yeah. And just them saving up some of their ultimates as well to be able to hold site after the fact. Wonder if we'll see the same thing. Maybe they swap it up and do this.
Genjang with that opening kill will get things started here, but Mejia goes down too.
Zuka does get 2 picks. Look at just their tank left. They're gonna try to take her out so they can get point, and they do.
Report here now. Face my burning fist.
As you can see, everybody's calm, cool, and collected, just holding down their site. Hopefully they can regroup before the whole enemy team comes back, and it looks like they will.
So this is where the Cougars thrived on this kind of retake here, and a very deliberate approach from Cottey College. You know, you sometimes we'll see teams kind of spar with each other, but that's not happening here. It's really just been a massive push. It's like we're watching Valorant, to be honest.
You do see they do take out Meha, but the whole rest of the team is just there to trade her off. What an absolute wonderful play.
And I'm kind of confused, to be honest. Again, the Cottey College with a good start, but then as things kind of begin to kind of dissolve in these team fights, that's when we've seen the Cougars be very, very strong.
That's just one thing about Overwatch. It's so, like, it can change up so fast. Like, you close your eyes for 1 second and everything will just change. Just like they're going to best if you're going to try to take sight. We're seeing some support swap ups. Genjik again just absolutely destroying Jaehoon behind him. They corner the last support. Once again, it's just tank left. Another team kill on the side of Camden County.
Over there.
We'll see if Cottey College can manage to try to stick on point and try to get it to overtime, but if Camden County can hold it down like they have been, I don't think anybody getting on that site anytime soon.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think this will, well, as we say that, they do get onto the point here, do the comments. And Slack goes low, but vertically doesn't go down, does finally go down. It's been a bit of a messy fight now, 8-2 for 2.
About a half and half right now. Problem is, the Cougars are down a tank. Does not matter though, Genjing and Moon are just absolutely dominating right now. They may have to back them up. And there it is. First map goes to the Camden County Cougars.
Camden County taking that round 1, that map 1 victory with relative ease, and yet, as I say that, Cottey College showed us, it was a tale of 2 Cottey Colleges. 2 different kind of comments came out, Aiden. The first one, surely very, very strong, but then once these particular team fights kind of got messy, that's where they seemed to kind of fade. So, not sure if we will see that again here. Heading into map 2, any sort of adjustments you would make if you were Cottey College, and what about Camden County as well?
I think Camden County is doing a great job of just getting their trades, making sure like they're playing as a team. Because once again, this is such a team-heavy game. Like if you guys are not playing all 5 together, and some supports are kind of like left out, and you're not going to get as much healing as the other team as if they're playing, you know, fully together. So I think Camden County is doing a little bit better job of that over Cottey College. But yeah, I think Camden County is doing a great job. I think Cottey College should just work on playing as a team a little bit more.
All right, well, great analysis there. So we'll take a brief break, as we often do, as we get ready to head into map 2. So stay tuned, everybody, and we'll be back with some more Overwatch action. Camden County with a 1-0 lead, looking for 2 more to improve to 4-2 on this season. But Cottey College looking to have something to say about it. So we'll see everybody in just a couple.
Now entering King's Row. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Welcome everybody to the second match of tonight. We are having some swaps on the side of Camden County. We're having Manify swap out for Hoon on DPS, and we're having Pika Shinx swap out for Meha on support.
Whatever awaits us, I am prepared.
So on the side of Camden County, it looks like we have a Doomfist again that we saw from last match. And then for the DPS, we have Widowmaker, which is a sniper, and we have Farah. Manify will see on Farah. Already some great picks. Genjake and Pika Shinx picking off a support and tank. And Mercy's gonna try to get that res on the other support to help him out, but it's just not gonna happen.
Well, the Cougars, even with these swaps, Aiden, looking very, very comfortable as they push into this control point, and now it's going to turn into a payload. Now, taking a look over at Cottey College, a couple of hero swaps coming out here. I mean, I like the Widowmaker. This is definitely a powerful Widowmaker map. But, listen, it's just like in Valorant, it's about aiming and making your shots, missing your shots, and right now it's Genjang getting the best of Hydrogen. And there we have it. We saw it again.
Yeah, we are seeing a tank swap. They're switching from Orisa to Ramatra. Ramatra is a really interesting tank. We are looking at a little bit of a battle of the snipers, it looks like.
Well, it's always Widow v Widow. Always very fun to see. But
sure.
so far, it has been, oh my god, Insignious off the map somewhere. Uncontested, it looked like.
They're just pushing back a little bit, trying to get a good hold before they come up with the payload. Manify getting some really good damage with Pika Shinx backing him up. Two subs getting great damage in. And Jenkins ends up picking people off. absolutely insane. Slat cleans it up. Oh, I always love to see a good support player, especially when they can, you know, get that damage in.
Now Camden County get very, very comfortable. A whole 6 minutes almost, Aiden, to get this across the finish line. I think that they'll be able to do it for sure. Nothing that Cottey College, at least in this particular map, would indicate otherwise.
We are going to see a Morrow. Getting a pick on their Widowmaker. Manify getting their pick on their support. Again, Jake picking out the other support. We're seeing a tank v tank fight here.
They're going to
Flat
need more
picking
medics.
off their Bastion. Looks like Cougars are just absolutely just going to take point immediately.
Very, very comfortable has Camden County been on this particular map, and they're now just camping the spawn points.
And we see Slat just sitting on top of the payload, holding it down for his team. And there it is, round 1. So far, your prediction is looking right.
Listen, I take I take no pride in it, Aiden. You know, it's honest work. But wait, listen, I certainly hope that Camden County can take it in straight sets here. I think that did look good, but I'll be honest, that looked very different from Map 1. Map 1, I know that Camden County ultimately won it, but Cottey College looked competitive, not looking as competitive here in this particular map.
For sure. We're seeing that combo of Manify and Pikashings just on each other all the time, absolutely getting that damage in, getting that early pick in to allow their team to just go straight in and then takes the payload. And as we saw there, they did not allow that payload to get pushed back at all. We're going to see a bit of a switch up. Pikashing switching to Moira, Slat changing to Ana, and Genjang going back to Genji.
That would be Genjang's calling card, his namesake.
We are going to see the same comp almost. They're going to stick with the tank and the DPS. They're going to switch it up a little bit though, going Soldier, Kiriko, and I forgot his name.
Lucio?
Yeah, Lucio.
There you go.
Sorry.
Lucio, listen, I don't play as much Overwatch these days, but Lucio certainly was around back in my day, as they would say.
Sure, just seeing a good Lucio with crazy movement is just so mesmerizing. Sometimes his movement can be so smooth. We're going to see their tank get a little bit aggressive, trying to get that pick on Genjang.
Genjang getting healed up by the support players.
He just taking it off Soldier. Soldier split off and just not have a support to help him. We're going to see Slat back there giving that long-range support once again, as we saw from last match.
Genjang, talk about aggressive, going right up onto the spawn.
Try to get those picks on support. Getting those early picks on support like Genjang is doing is so important. It guarantees all the damage that you get onto the enemies after their support is gone. Looks like the Cougars just push them back into their spawn, not allowing them to leave. We see Manify just trapping them in their spawn with their rockets.
Yeah, now if you are the Comets of Cottey College, you have to start to getting a little bit creative to get in here, and it starts with a pick. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, Widow might be the answer. I'm going to be honest at this point.
For sure. I mean, getting rid of that bar is such a big thing, and she did so much damage onto all of the team. As we just saw there, Tank tried to get a huge push, but we just saw Pikashing absolutely pocketing Lucio, not allowing any damage.
Ultimate's coming out.
We do see an ultimate from Genjang. He gets one. Gonna trap them in their spawn once again, just absolutely holding them back. See Tuka and Manify kind of hold them back. They are not allowing them to leave their spawn. You see their tank, you see the Ramatra try to get some space out.
Manify does go down. Is that going to be an opportunity? Hydrogen with a kill as well, and now Cottey College in business.
Looks like the Cougars got a little bit cocky trying to trap them in their spawn, out loud for an early pick. Now their whole team just going down.
I think you're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head. Just a little bit too confident there. Now, this isn't quite over. Manify is here trying to hold this down. Goes awfully low, and this actually would be very good for him, or for Camden County, for him to die there, all things considered.
It's like that DPS switch up from Widow to Pharah is working so far. We do see 2 Pharah ults, but we do also see Slats ults. That could be a deadly combo. Good. Get into their team. Into the trap. Oh, we are going to see that Ana ult go out onto Suka. But the Ramatra just absolutely counters with his. Look at the amount of assists on Tuca right now.
Well, a slight glimmer here. Farah v. Farah. Hydrogen getting the best of that one.
What a play. I don't think they're going to be... I think they might do what Cottey College tried to do and just stay back and try to hold it, them from pushing the payload any further. It looks like they are doing it. Kind of falling back from what they did earlier, which was, you know, getting a little bit too aggressive, getting that early pickoff, and then just allowing their whole team to go down. You see Genjang try to pick off their Pharah, and he does get that early pick. See Tuca absolutely causing chaos, making them use 2 ults. Is going to go down, but Genjang is going to get a trade-off on the support. Genjang does go down, but not without taking both supports with him. You see Manny coming in, the cleanup crew coming in to tank. Their Pharah's coming back and wiping the team.
Yeah, this they're going to have to swap to something with some hit scan, I think, at this point. I mean, listen, you can always get away with a Farah v. Farah, but if that Farah's getting the best of you, it's time to switch to Soldier, something along those lines, and actually Manify get a swap to Bastion, another good hit scan option.
I love to see a good Bastion. I personally myself love to play Bastion. He's such a fun character to play. You're going to see Genjang again have his ult. And here we see Manify absolutely shred health. A little bit back and forth in the beginning, but after that Bastion switch, we're kind of seeing it more towards the sides of the Cougars. I think that really takes Tuca getting that pick too. Yusing's also with the swap. I didn't even realize they swapped, but getting that pick off and that ult was just so big, getting both of their supports.
60 seconds remaining.
And if you take a look at the ult economy, it will be 3. I mean, actually advantage a little bit, maybe about even. So it's going to get messy here in this final fight. Only 45 seconds remaining. It's going to come down to who can push that button at the right time and get the right kind of value.
Seeing a bunch of ults go out right now. Ogre tank gets off before he can even use his ult. And again, Cottey College getting some good picks, but Genjang with the 2 picks. He's blocking the bar to save his team. What a play!
And Hydrogen actually ends up getting killed by their own rocket there. Genjang with a massive play, gets 3, and you're right, also guarded his team with a little bit of that deflection as well.
Absolutely protecting his team and clutching up the 1v1. We are seeing their tanks ult go out to try to get back that ult. It is going to be a little bit of overtime. We'll see if they can get up fast enough. They are pushing it up.
Kill and a Pikachu will make this one interesting, but Manify returning it right back in.
For sure. We're seeing Ramatra absolutely dominating with that ult, getting 2 picks. He's going to try to get some of that early damage in. One of their supports is down. They got also a DPS from Genjang, just absolutely destroying Tuca and Manify, following it up. And there it is. CCC wins. I'm interested to see what play of the game was there, because there was a lot of really good plays on the side of the Cougars.
Play of the game.
and it is going to be Tuca. Once again, 2 play of the games in a row.
And listen, if you want to play the game, oh, he pushed 2 off. We missed that live. Goodness.
Once again, that's why I love this feature, just so we can see the stuff that we've missed.
And that was honestly worthwhile to see, no doubt about it. Camden County winning map number 2, and now on the doorstep of a Week 7 win here. Aiden, 1 more to go, and they will be victors here tonight. Cottey College showing us glimpses, though, of what they can do. I mean, again, we saw moments where they were getting teamfight wins in map 1, map 2, maybe a bit of an overextension from Camden County, but nonetheless, Cottey College took advantage, had some momentum there. But it seems right now on just some sort of on pedigree and the kind of value that these players are getting out of their ultimates, that this is advantage Camden County.
For sure, yeah. As we saw from that last half, just on defense side, it was super back and forth. It went from a total switch up of Camden just absolutely annihilating on attack, and then once it switched to defense, it was a super back and forth game of ultimates, just tanks getting picked off, supports getting picked off, DPS getting picked off, and it was all a matter of who could get back the fastest to support their team. And we did see Genjink there absolutely holding down the fort, countering that far ult to the best of his ability, and then clutching up for his team to try to hold that payload. And in the end, it did come out on top of Camden County.
No, you're absolutely right about that. So my prediction, like you said, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, but this is why we play these games. This is why we play these games. Of course, Cottey College going to have this map selection. The loser does pick the next map. So we'll see how that goes. Everybody, we will be back in just a couple of moments for map number 3, which could be the final map of the night. We'll find out in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
Welcome everybody to the third match of the night. We are still waiting for everybody to pick their heroes. We're going to look at the same startup.
Ready for battle.
Now, on the side of Camden County, our Cougars, we are going to see a little bit of, actually a lot of a switch up. We're going to see Genjang on the Sombra. We're going to see Manny again on the Bastion as he was last match. Tuka on the Hamster. We're going to see Pikashings on Lucio and Slat.
2, 1.
This could look at a little bit similar to Cottey College. Then again, they just switched again back to Ana. We're looking at completely different teams right now.
A little indecision, maybe, on their part. Again, Tuka bringing out Hamster. Hamtaro out here.
We're in a very movement team right now. Slat again coming in clutch. That Pikashings and Manify. Manify hitting 2 picks. Manify does get picked off in the end though, but Genjing is there for the trade.
It's kind of an extended team fight. It was actually only the support players for Camden County left alive, I believe. Oh, I take that back. Genjang did make it out. Make it out of that one unscathed, at least somewhat.
This is kind of like a grace period where everybody just kind of waits, recollects, and regroups.
Yeah, it's an unusual strategy. I don't necessarily hate it from Cottey College, but again, on these kind of control points, we saw it in map number 1 as well, that they really don't have these kind of extended fights. They want to wait to group up together before they get ready to move on in.
We're going to see Genjing getting a good pick on Hydrogen. Again, Sigma is such a big counter to Bastion.
Slept up top, but it won't only be for so long.
And Genjing hops right back into the fight, going to help his tank. Genjing and Manny there just to absolutely back up their tank. Looks like first point is going to go to the Cougars. We might see Cottey just immediately start to go for second point.
Secure.
I think that's definitely wise, obviously, now that the flashpoint is in the books for Camden County. A great start off in map number 3. Again, can't overstate the importance of this one. This is for going to 4-2. Cottey College playing for their playoff lives, needing a win here to stay in the conversation.
Looking at ultimates right now, we are looking a little bit on the side of the Cougars. We already see Tuka and Slat with their ult. Genjing's just about there, and Manify and Pikashings to follow it up. And on Cottey College's side, we are going to see a Sigma and Mail. Mail's going to go out. And there he is. Slat, not Slat, Pikashings to save his team with ultimate. Looks like it's going to matter.
Look at that Mail. I think that Mail is really what turned it. Got some easy picks, did the comments.
For sure, and then that Kiriga ult to just back it up to finish everybody else off. Trying to see a lot more team play on the side of Cottey College. We are still looking at an ult from Genjing and Manify. Looking at a Soldier 76 ult. Sigma's gonna rush the DPS down from behind. He's gonna box them in. Tank's backing off a bit. He's gonna hold that. The EMP hits all 5. Tuka and Genjing both get a pick with Slat to follow it up. You can see Tuka's just absolutely pushing everybody off of site. Doomfist can be such a strong hero in the right hands, just absolutely pushing everybody off the site.
One of the more aggressive tanks in the arsenal here in Overwatch 2, of course. Almost in the same way that Brig is a bit of an off tank coming from the support role. I mean, Doomfist is a bit of an off DPS coming from the tank role.
For sure. Soldier kind of, once again, sitting by himself. Tuka and Genjin getting picks on both the support, which means their DPS and tank has no heals whatsoever. Genjin getting that pick, hacking to and there he just stands, he knows it's over. It's not impossible for Cottey to come back here at all. They're still 71% taking the point, so if they can get it back here, gotta get somebody on point fast. They can maybe clutch this up. Again, Manify just absolutely shredding. Looking at a third flashpoint now. Let's see who gets control of it first. Let's see, Kuka's kind of getting some good damage, trying to get some picks. He gets one. Going after their tank now. Their support trying to heal their tank at all costs. Genjin going in for the support while the tank somehow ends up killing himself.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
We just heard Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds. We are seeing 2 ults on the side, almost about to be 4 on the side of Camden County. While we're only looking at 2 from the side of Cottey College. We are going to see the main 3 try to come into the front. Manify again, just absolutely shredding off their health. Genjin again going for the support picks. Manify and Genjin are just absolutely destroying right now. Genjin taking away all of their abilities.
I'll tell you, it's certainly been domination here ever since the first couple of team fights in map number 1. Aiden, Camden County looking extremely comfortable. Have ultimates now in their back pocket, that all-important Lucio ultimate, especially to prevent any sort of wombo combos. Oh, and this is a feels bad for Hydrogen.
Genjin was waiting for that. He saw it coming and absolutely saved his team. We're going to see a Sigma ult come out, but it does not matter. He gets countered by Genjin. Miracle ult's going to go out to try to counter.
Extended team fight now. Advantage. Camden County. A 2-for-1 extended. Now Pinkashink's going down. Critical.
Lara back. Flat holding his ground right now with Tuka, making sure they cannot take back this site in overtime. Try to secure this last match. Genjin gets back up, same with Slat, and it looks like that is it.
That will be it.
Camden County with a flawless victory. You see everybody's cheering.
We got a little point there from Genjang, I think. I wonder, is this going to be on that play we just saw? No, it won't. I think it was only because it was 1 kill. But nonetheless, we'll see how it looked.
It was an amazing play. He managed to hit all 5 of them because they were all grouped up on site. Managed to get all 5 with the ult and just allow his team to absolutely annihilate.
Camden County College, the Cougars defeating the Comets in straight sets, 3 maps to 0. And there we have it, Aiden. Again, I was correct, but again, I take no pride in it. It's honest work, but you know, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. But I mean, listen, I think that the concept of Cottey College being a bit more competitive in this one, I think really wasn't far-fetched, and I think we saw a lot of that from them. Honestly, I think that they played pretty well, certainly as a team. It was just some individual plays, some collectively and then individually, Camden County being able to outshine and just making gigantic plays is really what it came down to. Anything that you want to kind of add about this particular series that we just saw, about either this team in the Cougars or the Comets? Anything you want to add?
I mean, it's as you said it. We did see some great plays from Cottey, as we saw, especially during the second match, where they managed to bring that back to a really back and forth kind of defense around for Camden County. They almost lost it there, but then again, Genjing, just what an amazing DPS, just clutching it up for his team, absolutely annihilating.
Yeah, and listen, I mean, No, they did put some subs into Camden County, wanting you could get those players some more exposure. But even then, did not really miss a step. I mean, even more dominant in maps 2 and 3. So, well, listen, congratulations to Cottey College on a successful season. And listen, the fact of the matter is, it's not about wins and losses. It really is not. We tip our hats to you. For anyone that from Cottey College that might be listening here, again, a successful season. It's just awesome to see esports grow and having new colleges, having colleges become a part of it. So awesome season to all of you. Congratulations to the Cougars as well, going 4-2. Certainly looking ahead to the playoffs, which we will see next week here, I believe. Unless they get a bye, we'll find out by the end of the night as the rest of the season here, the rest of the league finishes up their games. So we are going to take a brief break here. And then we're going to have an interview. We're going to do a player of the game interview, which is going to be really exciting. So stay tuned for that, everybody. And we'll be right back with that. All right, welcome back, everybody. Camden County College Cougar Esports. We have the player of the game with us, Tuka Jeremiah. Welcome to the stream.
Nice being here. How you
Of
doing,
course.
Mr.
Listen,
Howard?
we've seen a whole lot of you on the stream, as in your play, but it's finally great to get you on camera here. We have, of course, had the face cams as well. So how was that? How was the team kind of responding to the camera work and actually being on stream?
It's just like another layer of authenticity for real, you know, kind of like that one next step. You know, some of us actually want to be, you know, up in the upper echelon of you know, esports and stuff, you know. So it's just like makes it kind of feel surreal. Like now I get to have people watch me and stuff.
It makes it a little bit more real, doesn't it?
Real.
Right? Like you guys, listen. We want to make you guys the stars. You guys are the stories that we want to tell, and so I think that's exactly what we saw tonight. You guys were fantastic.
Appreciate it.
So the regular season, of course, over. You guys had 4-2, looking ahead to the playoffs. But before we get to that, tell us about this game. Again, you guys seemed comfortable. How was the team feeling?
Team was feeling really good. We clicked on all cylinders, you know, even with our starting squad, and then we got the bench squad in and everything too. But everybody performed well. Everybody did their job. So, I mean, nothing much, you know. We dominated. We did good.
You guys definitely did dominate here tonight. And then, so again, looking ahead to the playoffs, how are you feeling heading into it? How do you like your chances?
Heading into the playoffs, I'm always feeling good about what we can do. You know, just the work we put in and everything. Obviously, it's going to be tougher competition because playoffs is supposed to be tougher competition, but you know, as long as we just do our jobs right, you know, we always perform at our best, and we're gonna make it either a close one or we're gonna get a tough win. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, you guys at this point, I think you've really peaked at the right time. You're looking very, very good, very, very comfortable. So that's awesome to see. Absolutely awesome to see. So we saw the Doomfist come out from you tonight. Was that because was that just a pick where you thought maybe you guys would outclass this team, or did you just like Doomfist kind of like for your comp?
It's a little bit of both, right? So mainly when you go to my profile, you're gonna see a lot of Riss or Reinhardt and stuff. So you know, just to shake him up a little bit. Oh, I've never seen him play Doomfist. He's probably like 10 minutes on Doomfist. So to shake him up and then just, you know, I feel like the game tells you how to play. So just in that moment, I felt like Doomfist is going to be the best option. So, yeah,
awesome.
Sure.
Well, listen, big plays from you tonight on the Doomfist. So, well, listen, we do appreciate you coming by. We always like to give an opportunity. Anyone that you might want to shout out, or that might be watching, or might watch the VOD.
Man, I want to shout out the Overwatch team, man. Our guys, man. Everybody in there, man. It's just, you know, just keep up the good work, just practice, and we're just gonna get ready for the playoffs. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, listen, more than just a tough out, I think you guys will be. I think you guys have a chance. And just I want to throw it out there to everybody. We haven't yet have a team that has won a championship, a divisional championship, a conference championship. So it would be great. I think you guys definitely have a reasonable chance at that.
Yeah,
so
it should be the first. Yeah.
Well,
this year will be the first.
I want to put Dave Bruno on the spot, who may or may not be watching. That we're gonna have trophies and things like that. So it would be great to have your team be the first to have that happen.
Of course.
So.
Of course.
All right. Well, any other parting words here?
Yeah, nothing. Just stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Hey, fantastic parting words.
Fun now, Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Awesome, fantastic. Well, Jeremiah, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and congratulations to both of you and the team. So we will sign off here. Again, this is Camden County College Cougar Esports. You are watching, or we're watching, the Overwatch NSL Varsity Week 7. A pretty dominant win from your Cougars, improving now to 4-2 on the season, heading into the playoffs for next week. So that's very exciting. If you haven't followed the stream, make sure to do so. Again, it really helps out the program. It helps out the school. But more importantly, and I think you kind of alluded to this as well, reward individuals like Jeremiah and the Overwatch team and our caster, Aiden, for their hard work. Make sure that because listen, this furthers your brand as well. Sure. I mean, I think if for anyone that wants to, be a serious gamer or into esports production, this is the beginning. It's the beginning of baby steps. It's the beginning of you putting your brand out there. So make sure to reward Jeremiah. And I'm actually I'm going to make sure to do this for you next week. I'm kind of inspired. what we should do for the player of the game is actually get you an opportunity to to plug some stuff. Is there any? Can anyone find you anywhere on Twitch or anything? Or like social media anywhere that they should follow you?
Social media. You can probably follow me on Instagram _.j and then my last name Gregoire. You can probably find me on Instagram. Don't really stream too much. Yeah, just mainly Instagram.
All right. Well, cool. We'll find Jeremiah on Instagram, everybody. Give him a follow. So much appreciated. All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching. Camden County College Cougar Esports signing off.